Hi and welcome! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Linda and today I am doing something different than my usual podcast episode. I am going through everything I've made in the last year and I'm excited to show you. And this is something that I haven't done before. I'm not making these podcast videos or having my YouTube channel for a very long time, but I'm enjoying it a lot so far, and there are quite some things that I wasn't able to show you because the clothes or the items that I've made happened earlier on in the year. So some items on today's video are new to the podcast or are new to my channel. So but also some items that I have made in the last few months that you may have seen before. What I'm going to do today, so I've included all the pieces that I finished this year. So some were casted on in the year before, but I only finished it this year. But they are right here in this video because I consider them my 2025 makes. So everything I have made, I've put out on this rack behind me. Usually I don't store my knits, just a disclaimer, on my hangers because they can stretch out and get weird little stretch marks or stretch things on the shoulders, which I don't want. So usually I fold them, but for the sake of this video, I have displayed them nicely on the rack. So I've knitted sweaters, I have knitted summer items, and I've made some accessories, but also with sewing I sewed with knit fabric. I've also sewn with denim and with other fabrics, but also a lot of things that I've made in the last year I could not put on this rack, since when I pulled out of all my pieces from my closet, I realized this year I've made a lot of gift knits actually. So I cannot show them to you since they are gifted, but I have put a lot of time and effort in it this past year, so I want to give them a place on this channel. So I like to start off with my gift knits first, and then I go over to what I show on the rack. Okay, so let's start off with everything I have made and gifted this year. One of the items I do actually have here, since I've gifted it to my boyfriend, and they are these pairs of socks. They are made with wool sock yarn in various colors, and I've used a pattern from a book called Socks, I believe, but with an X. They include a lot of colorful socks, and one of these I was most drawn to when browsing to the book and buying it. So I'm glad to have made them for my boyfriend. He's really happy with them. So that's the first item that I've gifted. Another thing I have gifted, a big thing actually, and I've made two. I made two Weasley sweaters for my brothers. So they are these they are the raglan style sweaters. I've made them in drops super tweed, and I've later duplicate stitched a letter on the front of the sweaters, and since then I've gifted them and they are so happy with their new sweaters. I will insert photos for the things that I've gifted, and I cannot show you right here. So Weasley sweaters with the pattern by PetiteKnit, the Hanstholm sweaters. I've used that pattern to make these sweaters for them. Yeah. A second gift knit. These aren't in the order that I've made them. I've just thinking on the top of my head, what did I make, what did I gift? Another thing I've made was a zipper neck warmer for my father-in-law, and I'll insert a picture as well. I've made them in Fonty tweed yarn, and I've used a pattern by PetiteKnit called the zipper neck. He's really happy with that as well. It was a good success. Sewing in a zipper was new for me, at least on head knits. So that was a lot of fun to make. I'm really proud of the end result and how happy he is with this item. So yeah, picture will appear on the screen for that. Another thing I've made and gifted was a baby knit for our friends that recently had a little boy, and I've made a romper for him, or a almost like an overall. I'll insert a picture of it as well. Since then he has grown out of it, but he had worn them a lot, and the parents were really happy that it was nice and warm and soft. So I cannot remember the yarn for that one, but the photo will be on the screen. So that's all I've made. Oh no, there's another thing that I've made. In my last podcast episode, I've talked about this. I have made the sailor slippers for my sister-in-law. I'll insert a photo of them as well. And since then I've also made the sailor slippers for myself. So maybe I'll show you right now. Sailor slippers that I've made for myself. They are worn a lot, so they might be a little bit dirty on the soles. You can see that I'm wearing them. I'm loving them a lot. So, and I'm also showing them right now so I can put them on my feet again and have a nice warm feet throughout this video. So sailor slippers with drop snow, and use the same yarn for my sister-in-law as well. She's also so excited with her sailor slippers, so good gifts. Yeah, it was really nice to be giving a lot away this year. That was handmade. Since direction and the love and the photos that they sent, just it's nice, you know? It's nice to have a hobby that puts a smile on other people's faces as well as yours. So yeah, that was a good year for gift knitting. Okay, so next up we are going into the sweaters that I've made for myself in the past year. And let's start off with my... It is the Stripe Hype sweater by Kutovakitka. And I've made it in Peer Gynt in various colors. Really worn a lot this year. I'm really happy with Peer Gynt. It's really holding up a lot. It's really holding up really well since, yeah, I have this sweater for an entire year. So also this is a good indication of how this yarn is holding up, since I haven't shaved it or done anything to it on that front, and I've worn this sweater a lot. Let me put it on for you. So you can see, if I stand back here, you can see everything. So Stripe Hype sweater is a lot of fun to make. I totally get why it is a popular pattern. It is a shape that looks good on almost anyone, I think. I like the oversizedness, but it's also really fun to make. Working with stripes is just so nice to be doing. Since you always want to get to the next stripe. Let me show you the entire length of it. I liked my cuffs rolled up like this. That's how I like to be wearing them. I think that's really cute. Yeah, really comfortable sweater. It doesn't have a lot of shaping. It's really just straight drop shoulder, and yeah, I think definitely a success. It has twisted ribbing on the neckline, on the cuffs, and on the bottom hem as well. To be honest, I don't like how much it's cinching in on the bottom and making it too poofy, but usually I tuck I tuck sweaters into my pants. So not that mad about that. So yeah, stripe web sweater by Kudo Fakika in Pure Gins. I've also realized that I forgot one sweater, so let me get that. Okay, I went into my closet to grab this second sweater that I've made. It is the Traveler Hoodie by Drea, Renee Knits or Andrea Bowery. And this was a lot of fun to make as well. Let me first put it on for you. So, my Traveler Hoodie, let me stand back so you can see the entire sweater. This is definitely one of my favorites in the last year. I've worn this so much. This was definitely a piece that when you come home, you throw on this with sweatpants. And it's also a lot of fun since I like that it's very cropped. The sleeves are a perfect length. And the hood is just so comfy to be having on your back like this. I've made it out of a lot of different yarns. I hope you can see. And that's what made it such a fun project, since I felt very creative and yeah, it wasn't very planned. It's just a friend of my family members was getting rid of a lot of craft supplies, and she asked me, do you want to come over and see if there is anything that you would like to have for yourself, and you can just get it because otherwise it will be thrown out. So I definitely wanted to take a look at what she was having, and one of the things was a bag of all these different acrylic blue yarns, blues and little pieces of black. There were very thin yarns, there were bulkier yarns, there were thick 2-plies, and it was just a lot of different textures, yeah, yarn wise, but the colors were all the same, similar at least, not exactly the same, and just somehow it drew to me. And this pattern, it was something I had on my radar for such a long time. I wanted to make this so badly. So when I saw this yarn all together in this bag, I just thought this would be perfect for the Traveler Hoodie. And if I add a little beige contrast, which she also had in her Get Rid of Purl, I thought it would just work really well, because it would make all the different blues and textures just come together and create one single fabric. So I think I achieved on this look. I'm just so happy with it. The style of this is just a lot of fun. And the hood, I don't wear it up a lot. I kind of regret that I have made the contrast yarn on this piece as well. I think it would have looked better in a blue. Yeah, the hood has this double knitted band with a I-cord running through. So very effective, really great design, and definitely scrap worth. Definitely scrap friendly, since you have these knits and purl bumps all the way throughout. That's where I switched out the colors, and that works really well. So on every third purl section, I've used the beige color, and I really like that it adds a extra blue stripe in the middle of that stripe as well. So this is definitely one of my favorites from the last year. Usually I don't wear a lot of acrylics, so it's a bit of a shame that it's pilling a lot already. It's also worn a lot, so yeah. But still, all of the pilling doesn't make me wear it less. So that's the Traveler Hood by Andrea Bowery. On to the next one. Next up, we have a sweater by the Knit Purl girl. It is the Tendreil sweater with her signature. It really stands out with this lightning bolt detail on the front of the shoulder. I really like the shaping of this sweater. Let me put it on for you as well. I've made it out of Isseke Jensen, hold together with the mohair by Tinsilk mohair by Sockyarn. This is how it looks. Definitely a good electric blue. I really like how it looks with these types of pants as well. So I think the detail on the shoulder is a little bit faded. I don't think a lot of people notice it per se, but it was fun to make. It was something different. And it's mostly the color and the shaping that makes it stand out in my wardrobe. So this is how it looks, like this shoulder bit detail. So I finished this last month, not so long ago. So since then I'm wearing it quite often. I have lengthened the sleeves on this one, but still I find them a little short for my preference. So I can end up tucking them down. Maybe I have long arms, but I don't know. The fabric is a little bit itchy, a bit scratchy, but I think that's mostly the mohair or the combination of both. But that's my Tendreil sweater. Had fun making it. I'm glad it's finished, and I'm hoping that I still am drawn to it, to wearing it a lot in the new year. Next up is definitely another favorite of mine. It is the Cardigan number 9 by My Favorite Things Knitwear that I have also recently finished, and since then been wearing a ton. Added these fun buttons on the front, and let me put this one on as well. I've made this out of Sandnesgarn, Pure Gint, hold together with Gepard Garn mohair, the Ozetta tweed mohair. And I just often tuck it in as well and wear it kind of like a sweater. But this is definitely a favorite. It's so soft. It's really soft. For Pure Gint and a mohair. This is really soft mohair, so I am really enjoying this piece. I have previously, not last year, but previously made a sweater. That's also saddle shoulder. Is it the sweater number 26 by My Favorite Things Knitwear? And since then I know that this design of the saddle shoulder is just something I really like. I often wear it open as well. Let me show that. I didn't have a cardigan in my wardrobe until now, so maybe that's also the reason that I'm reaching for it. But also I love these colors, the browns, and I love the buttons and the style of the saddle shoulder. So I knew beforehand that this was going to be a definite win. And just the practicality of a cardigan. So you can open it up if you were hot. It's just something I needed it. So glad that I've made this, and I'm so sure that I'll be wearing it a lot in the new year. And with that cardigan number 9 by My Favorite Things Knitwear, we are finished with all the sweaters that I've made and all the cardigans, all the woolly stuff. But I've also been knitting some summer pieces, and that's what I want to show you next. So we start off with something that I have cast on in the summer of 24, but just finished last year. And it is the Tuileries Polo by Knits par Moi. It is a very lacy polo with sturdy collar and buttons. On the back, on the shoulder, it has this nice detail of a rib section that goes into the sleeves. And let me put this on for you. I usually don't wear it buttoned up like this, but that was just for the sake of the hanger. Yeah. So I made this polo out of sanded yarn line in the color tea green tea, and it was an intense project since it has a lot of detail, as you can tell, but I had a lot of fun with it. It was knit on 3mm needles, so it took quite a long time, and yeah, the details, I just put extra attention to do it right, so it took a long time, labor of love, but definitely a piece that I'm proud of, since it looks quite neat. And yeah, after finishing this, I felt really accomplished that I've made this. I'm really proud of myself, so I'm really happy with this piece. I am not wearing it a lot, to be honest, even though I loved the project of it, and I think it has something to do with different elements of it, which is maybe mostly the length. I made it too cropped, I think. I knitted it to pattern, but maybe I can go back and lengthen it a bit, since I still have same yarn left over, so I can do that. Something else that I don't really love is that these sleeves are kind of tight, I think. They are really small and tight and creating a little bit of a balloon effect. So that is something that I'm noticing as well. Or maybe it is the color, that this color isn't really the best for my skin tone. It might wash me out. But all that said, I really had fun making it. Sometimes you can make things just because it is really fun to do so. So I can tweak it a little bit in the length, maybe in the sleeves, to see if that changes things. And if not, I'm still happy with that I made this. So yeah, very proud of this piece. Next up we have a tank top. This is a pattern by Jessie. I don't think it will look very good on a knitted t-shirt, but no, maybe I should remove the t-shirt. Okay, that's better. So let me stand back to give you more of a look on this tank top. It has a really nice detail right here, where it creates these this little gap or arch on the side of the tank top, on the other side as well. And apart from that, it had a lot of short rows here in the shoulder, which made it a little bit bulky, but I don't mind. A lot of it blocked out, so it's good. It doesn't have a lot of shaping, not a lot of difference on the front or on the back. And it is wider than I thought it was going to be in the photos, in the sample photos in the pattern. So it's a little bit baggy, but it's so comfortable in the summer. Oh yeah, let me tell you what yarn I used. This is Sandnes Garn Tin Peer Gint held double. I this was definitely a stash busting project that just got cast on very spontaneously. I had a lot of this Timpergins, and I was planning to make a tank top out of it with just one strand holding together, but after swatching for it, I realized the swatch was already taking me such a long time that I thought I'm never gonna be finishing this tank top if I hold it single. So let me go look for another project to be making it with, and I did all my calculations and it said I would be able to make this. So yes, I have been wearing this a lot. I don't think anybody noticed that it is handmade. The fabric is just, it looks really clean, this sandals yarn. And with that, I'm really happy as well. It's a nice drape, it feels cool, and it's also really washable, and it it stands the test of time. Because it's a blend of cotton with linen and viscose, I think that just works really well. So that was definitely a win for this summer, and we'll be wearing it next summer as well. So next up we have a t-shirt. We have a Moonset Tee by Ozetta. Let me stand it back to show you. I've made it quite stripy to give it a sporty look, but also since I did not calculate my yardage beforehand and soon realized that I wasn't going to have enough for this project. So I was having fun with it because I already guessed it on the back, and I didn't want to forget and go look for something else. So I went on and thought of a plan to lengthen it. So that's where all the white stripes come in. That was just a handy solution to lengthen it. So it would be longer than this. So yeah, that's what I did. I'm actually really happy that it's not an all over black t-shirt, because this just gives it something extra. Looks a bit sporty, fun. Yeah, and it just got a little bit creative with finding a solution for it that also resulted in me having a lot of fun with this project. So that was good. I've made it out of Drops Bell, I believe. It is a blend of cotton and linen and stuff. I had that in the black yarn, and I ordered a bit extra in the white yarn to lengthen it. So this was also a stash busting project, and really happy with the result. Definitely with the V. I hope it shows on camera in the black yarn. But a really nice construction, since you knit the band as you go in ribbing, 1x1 ribbing, which makes it look lay nice and flat and look really clean. It's just really effective design, I think. So definitely happy with the Moonset Tee. I get why it's a popular pattern. So that was a roundup of all the garments that I've knitted for myself in the last year. And next up are the garments that I've sewn for myself in the last year. Later on we still have some knitting, but those are more accessories, like socks and in the house pillows and stuff. So first I will show you the garments that I've made with knitted fabric. We start off with a crew neck, turtleneck. A turtleneck, long sleeve in this ribbed fabric. On camera it looks really bright and pink, but in truth it's a little bit warmer, I think, in color. Warmer and more on the soft pink side. So I've made this out of the pattern by Paradise patterns, and this is not the Blomma tank top, but the Honey Girl Tee, where she provides a lot of modifications, like the long sleeve, like the turtleneck. I love wearing turtlenecks, so I wanted to try out this pattern. I've made more with her patterns that I'll be showing after this, but we start off with this nice turtleneck. Okay, let me show you from a little bit far. Just a basic turtleneck, a really good classic pattern to have. So this was my first one where I was trying out the pattern and the settings on the sewing machine, and yeah, on camera it looks really light, but it's darker in real life. So yes, really happy with this. I did make some mistakes with trying out different settings. This side I've made with the serger, that did not really work, and this side I've made just a regular zigzag stitch on my regular sewing machine, which looks a lot better in my opinion. So this was a tryout. Next up I am showing you a tank top that I made with the Blomma tank pattern by Paradise Patterns in the same fabric. Here it is. It has these nice double folded pieces for the neckline, for the armhole. It just looks like a really neat finishing, but it's really easy to do so really happy with that. Just also a really good basic. She's really good with her basic patterns, that you can just use a lot of your fabric and fill your wardrobe gaps without having to buy new tank tops. You can just make them. So I'm really happy with these patterns. Next up is the same Honey Girl Tee pattern, but with shorter sleeves. So let me try that on for you as well. Is my hair getting fuzzy already by all of the clothes I have to put over my head? So this is the same pattern, but I've shortened the sleeves. I just chose sleeve length myself. It wasn't in the pattern or anything, but yeah, really happy with this piece as well. Definitely with these pants, I think they look really classy. I just really like turtlenecks to wear to the office or something. So yeah, that's the second one. Now I have a pair of pants to show you, so I may have to adjust the camera a little bit. Okay, let me first show you before trying it on. I have made these jeans that I'm really proud of, actually. I cannot remember the pattern name since I've made it really early in the year, but I'll put it on the screen. These are my very first jeans that I've made. I found a fabric on a market, and they are in this dark brown color that also really brightens up on camera. It's darker in real life, and it is a bit washed out since then, since I've really made it early in the year. And they are a little bit barrel leg shaped, and really happy with these as well. I had lengthened the pant legs by 5 centimeters, so like this maybe, and that's definitely not enough. If I'm making it again, which I probably will, I will lengthen it even more and use this as a guide. And the pattern comes in this barrel leg shape, but also a straight leg and a tapered leg. And I think I'll be making a straight leg version of this pants as well. I'm really proud of the details that it's just a lot of work to make jeans. A lot of detailed work. So I'm really proud of this piece as well. Let me put it on for you so you can see the fit and the length of it hopefully the length will also be able to show on camera. I don't think so actually. Okay, let me try it on. Here it is with pockets. Also this little cute, what's it called? Watch pocket or something. And I like the placement of the pockets on the back as well. I have to stand right here, I think, to show you fully. It's a shame that the fabric is washing out so quickly, but apart from that, really happy with it. The belt loops also make it look so nice. Okay, I have to adjust the camera angle to show you the length of it a little bit better, so you can see that as well. Yeah, I can show you like this. It's just still a little bit too short for my preference, but really fun. See, and when I go sit down, it rises up quite high. But yeah, those are my sewn jeans that I'm really proud of. So I'm really proud of this make as well. And next up in my sewing project is a jumpsuit. It's the Rowena Jumpsuit by, I don't know the pattern name, and it is a jumpsuit with a v-neck in the front as well as in the back, and it has these bows on the neck in the back as well, and this ruching. Is it ruching? It's cinched in with sewing with a elastic thread on the bottom of your sewing machine, and it has pockets, of course, and I've made it out of a really nice linen fabric that I found in an online market in the city as well. I'm really happy with the details on this pattern. As you can see, this bias tape made by hand and sewed it on, which made it really nice and flat and look really clean on the inside. So that was a technique that I hadn't been applying like this before on a seam, and I really like it. It looks really clean and professional. So really happy with that. This is a piece that I've made for 2 weddings that I had last year. So I'm not really a dress kind of person. Maybe I will try to make a dress for weddings next year, but so far I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable in something with pants, so that's why I made these this jumpsuit for the wedding. It has really wide legs and a really thick hem at the bottom, which made it look really flared, and this is how wide the bottom hem is. Let me try it on for you as well. So here it is. I'm really pale at this point in life, which it looks better when I'm a little bit more tanned. So those were summer weddings, to be clear. But yeah, I've made this with the V on the back. You can tie it. I don't think the ties are actually necessary for the fit and the structure of the piece, but yeah, I just had a lot of fun. Felt really easy to be moving in this, and looks like that. The pant legs are really up to my ankles, so those are really nice as well. And in the next time I might choose to eliminate the ties, since bows and stuff aren't really my style, and I realize now that it's not that necessary. And I've also would lengthen the pattern, these pattern pieces for the pant legs a little bit to make it even more comfortable. So those are this is my summer jumpsuit that I've made last year. I have one more sewing project to show you. It's also a jumpsuit, also very fun and colorful. May look a little bit strange, but that's because this is a piece that I've made for Carnaval, which is a holiday in February or March, depending on the year, where you dress up in whatever you like, a little bit crazy, a little bit funky and goofy, and we all go outside, listen to awful music, dance and drink beers. Carnaval. It's celebrated in a lot of parts in the world, but also here in the Netherlands, in the south of the Netherlands actually. And I really enjoyed that, and I've made some pieces for Carnaval already. And this year I've made this funky hippie jumpsuit that I'll also be trying on for you as well. Okay, so a little bit crazy, but that's the fun of it, right? Let me try it on. Okay, maybe this is not for everybody. Not everybody might like this, but I'm showing everything I've made in the last year. So that includes this funky piece. And we are going to roll with it. It is a jumpsuit, as you can see. And it has pockets. It has a very high square neckline. Also on the back. Oh, I haven't zipped it up all the way. Because I can't. You get the idea, right? And it has these ties on the front. And they go past the zipper. So that is nice. You can tie it in a bow or just mostly wear it like this, but it gets lost in the busy fabric anyway. So it's very, how do you call this? Plasticky, very plasticky fabric, but that's useful for Carnaval since it always gets dirty and stinky, and you can throw it in a wash and nothing happens. It stays colorful. So yeah, I usually wear it with something long sleeve underneath and funky accessories and colorful makeup. So Carnaval. So this is the proof that I'm not leaving anything out for you. I'm definitely showing everything I'm making in the last year. So let me get out of this funky outfit and put on something else to show you all the accessories that I've been making. So I've got 2 pairs of socks for you, a pair of gloves and a pillow. I've already shown you the sailor slippers that are already on my feet. So those count as accessories as well. But let me first start off with these socks. They are worn a lot, so they might be a little bit gimmicky with hairs on them and stuff. But we are going to show it anyways. Those are the the fox owl socks, which is a free pattern. And I have made this in Katja Sockyarn, which is a new discovery for me this year, and I really like their sock yarn. It's sturdy, and also it has really nice colors which go really nice together. It's really up my alley, and they come in 25-gram balls, so that's also really nice for collar work. So those are all the Katja sock yarns, and I've used the pattern loosely. Used different stitch gauge, different amount of stitches, also a different heel and some different colorwork sections. I just had fun with those, and I'm wearing them a lot. Those are really nice to have. And as you can see, I've used quite a lot of colors. So after this project I had quite some left over, and with that I have made my second pair of socks. Just a vanilla pair of socks with the heel flap and gusset again. And I've switched out the colors that were left over from my other set. And yeah, I was inspired by those self-striping sock yarns, which I really like the look of, and I thought, oh, I want to buy those, but then I thought I have a lot of yarn in my stash already, it does mean weaving in some ends, but I get the same effect and make a dent in my sock yarn. So that's what I did. I switched out the stripes throughout the socks, and these are also really well loved, and the yarn is holding up really nice. It's really sturdy. I am definitely wanting to order more of that sock yarn, but I already have a lot of long wool sock yarn in my stash, which I have to do something with first before ordering more of this yarn. So those were my socks, and lately I have been working on these gloves with the yarn that I have left over from my Tendreil sweater. I really needed a pair of gloves, and I really like the blue. They really go nicely with my winter coat that I am having. Also, these are already dirty and used, but I'm showing it anyway. I did not use a pattern for this. I just casted on a number of stitches and tried it on as I went. I used DPNs to make it really easy to try it out and fit it. Let me put it on for you. Yeah, just a free-handed pair of mittens that I now have. Nowadays, there's difference between mittens and gloves. When they have these fingers, they are gloves. So, my pair of gloves with the Isseke Jensen yarn and the mohair left over from my other project. Last up, but not least, of course, is my lovely handmade pillow. It is the Astrid pillow by Marika Kroll, something like that. The Astrid pillow in a lot of leftover yarns. We have this side and we have this side. Really fun project as well. Good stash busting and really well loved. I had a lot of fun making the squares, picking out the colors and later putting them together. The technique that she describes in this pattern, she also includes a video which I found really helpful, and it is a really fun way to connect all the squares and make it come all together. So really happy with this, and I think I'll be making more crochet projects or crochet pillows or blankets in the new year, because I really had a lot of fun with this project. This is definitely a favorite, and it sits on the couch and people see it and they compliment it. The pillow that I've put in has shrunk a little bit, so maybe I need to replace the pillow inside, but that's okay. So those are all of my projects. That's a roundup, people. We have gone through everything I've been making, and looking back, I did not realize that it's quite a lot. I have a big pile over here right now. It's really messy. I'm not gonna show you. Yeah, I am really having fun with this hobby. It really gives me a lot of peace and quiet after a day of work. I sit on the couch and it's just my time to recharge, and I love that I found this hobby where I can have that recharging moment and also use my creativity in pieces that I can love and use for such a long time, that I can wear, that I can show to people. And yeah, it's just a really lovely hobby that way. And now I have this YouTube channel, started in the last year. It's really fun to show it as well, and yeah, get hopefully other people excited about making projects like these, starting them and having fun in your crafting life as well. I really hope that you have a lot of creativity and fun and relaxation in the new year, and I wish the best for you all. If you like my channel, you may definitely stick around. You can subscribe down below, and that way you can really easily see when a new video pops up. And yeah, you're definitely welcome there. So I had a lot of fun with this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!